Hello, everybody. This is Cheryl, and welcome to Everyone Deserves an Epiphany. I know it's been a minute since I've been over here. You can play it. That's fine. You can play it. It's been a minute since I've been here. I know that, and but I've been doing a lot of stuff, right? And all of it is related to learning. Okay, so as I told you all before, I'm in cybersecurity now. I moved from HR and learning and development into the cybersecurity field, which I love. And I'm in policy, which I love too. You know, I love to write, but I've brought everything over with me. Okay, from HR, all my learning and development tools and resources and thoughts and all that stuff. Okay, so and what I'm finding is that being in, whereas before I was just generally in learning and development. Okay, but now because I'm in a particular discipline, in a particular domain, talking about L&D, it seems to resonate more. Okay, especially in this one because they need it. Okay, I actually applied for a position, a part-time, like something to do on the side, as an instructional designer. Okay, for cybersecurity courses. The job announcement, okay, had, first of all, it said nothing about instructional design at all, nothing. Okay, they wanted someone to design the courses, but the requirements for the person, whoever they found, nothing about ISD. Okay, and but the required now, what was optional is experience in designing courses. That's what was optional. What was required was knowledge and experience and certification, related to IT and cybersecurity. Okay, so which clearly tells me that in this area, uh, they feel like if you know a topic, then you can teach it, and we know that's not true. Okay, we know that is not the case. Just because you know a whole bunch of stuff about something does not mean you know how to share that information in a way that other people can absorb it. Okay, we know that ain't true. So there's a lot of work to be done over here, and I talk about and I start with decolonizing learning because it's a mindset. It's 100% a mindset. Okay. Um, and like I said, if you feel, if you think, if you operate, you navigate the world as if I know a bunch of stuff that qualifies me to be able to share it in a way that others can learn it, then that's what you're going to do. Okay, so that's not going to change unless minds can change. All right, unless minds can shift, uh, which requires some decolonization of mindsets. All right. Uh, so what I'm doing then is the way that I'm approaching it is to talk about mental models. Okay. Um, which are, various ways of seeing something, various ways of approaching a problem, various ways of talking about something. Okay, there's right now in the field in cybersecurity, it's war. It is war. It's the fifth. What is it? The fifth or the sixth war domain or something like that. DoD has defined cybersecurity. The Department of Defense. Okay, so if you've ever heard to a hammer, everything is a nail, that's what's going on here. Okay. If it's coming from DOD, it's got to do with war. We're fighting. We fighting. There's an attacker and a defender. Okay. Uh And that's, you know, so that's the response you're going to get. If DOD defined what her hurricane was, okay, it would be war. We're at war against nature. We're at war against cold fronts, and you know, we're at war. Okay. So when you at war, what you do? You fight, right? You try to be the bigger person with the bigger gun, the bigger bomb, and you know. So that's what we would be doing. Okay. And that's what I'm saying. You know, I did a talk on human rights and cybersecurity where I approached this idea that we do have the option of thinking about digital citizenship, okay, in a way that is not about fighting hackers and countries and all that, right? We can still get to where we need to get uh, by taking a different approach and thinking about it in a different way. So I have a talk coming up in February about that different way to think about it. Okay, and you know, a lot of examples about other areas, other disciplines that have, you know, that got tired of fighting. Okay, and started to think about things in another way, to come up with different approaches. All right, and that's what it's about. It's about a diversity of mindsets that are able to look at something not necessarily to solve a problem, but to first reframe the issue. Okay, because currently the frame right now, it's in a certain frame. Okay, just you see that picture frame behind me, you know, my baby is back there. That's the frame. I can take that frame off, okay, and put another frame on it. Put it in a different shape. I can make the picture smaller. I can make it bigger. I can, you know, break it up into like parts. And I can do all kinds of stuff with a new frame. All right. So that's where we got to start. We have to start with framing. And we do that by changing the way we think about something, right? We do that with the mental models. Okay. It was Henry Ford, well, it's attributed to him anyway, who said that if I would have asked what they wanted, they would have asked for faster horses. Okay, faster horses. Thank goodness. He didn't ask what they wanted, you know, and he went ahead and created the Model T, you know. But yeah, so that's just what it is. So decolonizing learning, it works both ways. It's with the way that we as learners learn, and it's the way that teachers and instructors teach. Now, I've said on this channel already, the way I define teaching and learning is the same. They're this teaching, learning, and empathy all have the same definition, okay, in the way I see things, and that's the sharing of perspective and experience. All of those fall into that definition: teaching, learning, and empathy, the sharing of perspective and experience. And so if you're not sharing, there's no teaching going on, there's no learning going on, and you're not showing empathy, okay? Because sharing has to be happening in order for all of those to occur. Now, let me tell you what's going on now. Teachers and instructors we as teachers and instructors, we feel like we have some power to make somebody know something that they didn't know before, okay? We have some control over students being able to, you know, feel a certain way because they know something or whatever, you know, when we have nothing, like we don't have that power at all. And let me tell you what it's like, okay? If you have children or, you know, little cousins or whatever, that, you know, you were there when they were first born and then starting to learn how to walk. Well, when a baby is beginning to walk, okay, they are doing that under their own volition. Okay. Now when we see them walk, I remember my kids learning how to walk, and they'll hold on to the couch and then take one or two steps over to something else, and you'd clap and you'd be so proud, and oh my God, they took a step or whatever. I'm not patting myself on the back because my baby walked, right? That's all on my child. Okay. Now I might be there, have her hold on to my fingers, or be there to catch them, so if they fall, they don't hurt themselves or something. But it's all under their own effort. Okay, I'm not transferring the strength of my muscle to them so they can walk. No, this is under their own effort. Okay, so for me to pat myself on the back, oh Cheryl, you did a great job because your child knows how to walk, girl, that's ridiculous. And it's just as ridiculous as teachers and instructors who are like, oh my goodness, I'm such a great instructor because this person knows this or that. No, okay, that person knows this or that under their own strength. Ain't got nothing to do with you. Okay. And the first thing I tell people, especially when it comes to help with instruction or anything, you don't need me. Okay, my baby, I didn't have to be there. I did not have to be there. Anybody could have been there. And my baby would have got up and walked. Okay, would have held and just started doing what human beings naturally do. Okay, so the attitude that you can't do this unless I'm there to teach you, or I'm such an amazing teacher and instruct is, or you are what you are because of me, that's ridiculous. That it really is. It's really ridiculous. And what it does, it takes away well, you're trying to, you don't actually do it, but you're trying to take accountability away from the learner. Okay. You want, and with accountability comes control. Okay. Control and accountability are hand in hand. You want control of what that person learns and does. Okay. And that's not yours to have. First of all, you can't take it. Okay. You can fool yourself and think you have it, but you don't. All right. That belongs to them. That's the first thing, is you try to take accountability from the learner. The second thing is, as a learner, I become lazy as hell. Okay. Because, I don't have to walk. You're going to put you're going to put my feet on your feet and walk. Okay, so I can pretend like I'm the one. Okay, we can do that. So what does that mean? Now, when you get the evaluations, they're like, well, the teacher was terrible. The reason why I didn't learn it, the materials were awful. She was boring. I wasn't engaged. But now the learner has no responsibility. They feel like they don't have any responsibility. It's your responsibility, teacher, to teach me. And if I don't learn it, whose fault is it? It's yours. Okay, because you've taken accountability and said, listen, it's my job to teach you. That's like telling my baby, hey, it's my job to walk you. Okay, if I don't walk you right, you're not gonna go in there. That's crazy. You see how crazy it is? All right. So decolonizing learning. There's a lot of work to do. There is a lot of work to do. For a person to say you don't need me, okay, that's a hard thing to say. I know. I absolutely know. Because we want to be needed. We want to be needed and known and seen and all that. I mean, that's a totally human thing to want, right? But one of the things that I feel very strongly is, if you're trying to make some kind of a change, you got to start with the truth. You have to. You just, you got to start with telling the damn truth, and from there go on to do what you want to do. Now, I love instructing. I love teaching. I love creating teaching materials. I love all that stuff. But I know the truth. Okay, and I work from that truth. Okay, that's all I'm saying. So it goes both ways, right? Instructors and teachers need to tell the truth about what they are and what they're doing. Okay, as if your student is a baby learning how to walk. Okay, you cannot pat yourself on the back for that. You can't. And if you are attempting to walk for them, you're wrong. Like, what the hell are you doing that for? That sounds like a therapy session with somebody, to me, right? Leave them people alone. Let them learn how they want to learn. If they want to, they may not even want to learn anything. Okay, that ain't got nothing to do with you as a teacher and the instructor. Okay, your job, my job, is to share. All right, that's it. Is to share. Now, when it comes to sharing, many of the mental models that I'm going to be talking about are related to that, right? How do we go about sharing in a way that's honest and authentic and genuine? Okay, because the lessons I have lived tell me that genuine sharing, oh, I'm gonna get something from that. Okay, I absolutely will. I'm gonna get something from some genuine sharing. Okay. So that's not an issue. All right. But and that's just the way it is. Okay. So I got a lot of things coming up. If you're not on my cybersecurity channel, Person-Centered Cyber, that's where I talk about most of the things that are coming up. So you might want to get over there if you're not over there. Or you can join me on Patreon. I have the web address down there. And I'll be over here periodically. I don't know. I just have to see how things work out. But I love this area. I love learning. But I love learning. Let me just say that. Okay. So, and for those of you who just subscribed, thank you so much for that. I've seen the numbers go up a little bit, but I have many more on my cybersecurity channel than I have over here. But I'm still going to work this. All right. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Thank you all for being here and for listening. And I will see you back here later.